Hi guys, and welcome to what might become a vlog. Today is Friday the 13th of December 2024. As you know, I don't do vlogmas or anything like that, but today the stars align, so we'll record a little bit and see what happens. If you don't know, my husband is living the good life. He is currently on a work trip in Italy. So I've been solo parenting the last couple of days, and it's been tough just in terms of timing because as soon as he left, I got quite ill. I was feeling quite miserable, but obviously still had to do the whole parent thing, and I was also working, which in hindsight wasn't a great idea. But I woke up yesterday feeling much better, and today I am almost back to normal. And more excitingly, today is my day off, so I've just done a very, very wet and gross school run. And now I've come back, I've made myself a gingerbread latte, I've got a candle going, and I'm going to wind today's Advent mini. This is from my Advent calendar of Indie Yarn Club here in the UK, which I will say I really like, and it's also more on the affordable side. So I'm going to wind this and add it into my vignette wrap that I am knitting. That's an Advent pattern by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. And honestly, I'm just planning to craft my little heart out while my son is at school today. The time always goes much faster than you think anyways, but I'm going to try not to do too many chores. I can leave some chores for my husband when he gets back. I am shameless like that. Might get myself some sneaky takeout for lunch because I've been cooking a lot these last couple of days, eating lots of leftovers as well, and now the fridge is empty, and I think I might just have an easy day today, so I'll get some takeout. And then after school I'm taking my son to his Christmas crafternoon, which is why I'm also wearing my festive yoke Christmas sweater. So I think that'll be nice, but that will also mean sort of a later night, and I presume by the time we get home, if it's still raining, we'll be pretty knackered. So yeah, I'm going to take it easy, do some knitting. I did want to show you very briefly, this, as you will probably know, is my Shift Cowl by Andrea Mowry, and I've been working on this quite a bit. Had a bit of an upset yesterday when one of my pretty new Knit Pro Ginger interchangeable needles broke, which was a shame. These are currently my favorite needles, but I have reached out to the seller and they are sending me a replacement, which is very, very kind. But more excitingly, I have turned the corner. I am officially on the decreases now. So I will hopefully make some progress on this today as well, because I just want this to be done. I'm at the point of wanting to get some projects off the needles because we're going to Germany in 9 days and I want to take new projects. I'm not going to take my garments with me, so I'm just trying to finish some things off, and I think this will be really cute. So we'll see what happens, and because I'm missing a needle tip, I have just, hopefully not dropped some stitches, no, we're good. I have just screwed on one of my, what's it called? Liquor blush needles. So it's a bit funny looking, but it works. Obviously I could change the whole needle setup, but I didn't have time for that. So I've been knitting like this, and it works just fine because they're the same size, and you can use the Knit Pro cords for liquor because I think they're made in the same factory. So yeah, that is the plan for today. I shall try to take you along. I am not keen on the fancy editing because it takes too much time and usually it doesn't work. So excuse the most likely very simple editing, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. See you in a bit. Right. So I have blocked my rebel cardigan, which has been waiting for me to block it for way too long. As you will have seen, what I do is I soak it in a wool wash, one of those that you don't need to rinse, and then I spin it on the machine. So just a spin and drain cycle, because in my opinion that gets the water out much nicer than if you, I don't know, wrap it in a towel or something like that. It also dries much quicker and it leaves the yarn really sort of nice and airy and fluffy, and I really like it. So I've done that. It is now blocking, and I remember when I blocked the swatch, I was amazed how beautiful the yarn, the Darnie by Studio Donegal, became. And the same thing has happened with the sweater. I think I am going to love that sweater, or that cardigan I should say. I have made a start. I wound my mini. Today's Advent. I joined these using magic knots, which is not what I usually do, but the pattern suggests it, and you know what? I thought this time I'd do it, and it works fine. And as you can see, I have done a bit on it. So the whole wrap always blows out when I'm showing it to you. It starts out beautifully, and then I wasn't so sure about the orange. It's a bit more variegated than I like, and trust me when I say it's very bright, but it's also a bit darker in real life. And I don't love the orange, but I do love this. And I think the more it fades, the more it'll just sort of, I just need to trust. But I definitely do like today's color. I think it's very, very pretty. We're going into these corals, and yeah, I like it. Also, I have been catching up on some Vlogmas videos. Honestly, I didn't even watch any of them until about a couple of days ago, and now I'm into it. So I'm watching a couple, which is nice to catch up with everyone. Sorry, I'm still sounding a bit congested, but that's it. That's just it. I can't do anything about that. And it is now 10:20, and I can't stop thinking about my Chinese lunch. It is way too early. I keep thinking about lunch, so I have made a second breakfast. So I'm having some granola, blueberries, and yogurt, and hopefully that should tide me over until it is late enough to responsibly order some Chinese takeout. Yeah, so that is it for now. I'm just going to chill for a bit, possibly do some laundry if I'm feeling ambitious, and yeah, enjoy the quiet while it lasts. I just thought I'd give you a more realistic view of the colors in my wrap. I think this is much more realistic in terms of the colors. And obviously it needs a block, but I think the lace is very, very, very pretty. So, for some reason, I kept freaking out that my cardigan was too short or too small. So I have taken it off the blocking boards. It is still a bit wet, but look, it is perfect. The sleeves have grown quite a bit, which is lovely. The length is perfect. It's changed so much with blocking, which I didn't anticipate, but in the most perfect way. I love this so much. So I'm gonna put it back to block to finish drying, but I feel much better now because I don't know why. I had this feeling that somehow I'd messed it up and maybe folded a bit, but no, it is absolutely perfect. So very glad about this one. This is the Rebel cardigan, of course, by Anke Strick. I have now ordered my takeout. I've also finished putting my mini into my vignette wrap. In fact, I've even overshot a bit because I use usually about 13 grams per mini for my wrap. But I was enjoying the color so much, I did more like 14, which is fine, it won't matter. So yeah, just waiting for my very spicy food to arrive. Gonna put this back and then, yeah, do some more editing. Hello again. It is now the afternoon. I've had my spicy lunch and I have decided rather than working on my shift cowl, I would use the very small bit of daylight we get to work on my embroidery. Because I really find that I need to work on this during the day. Even with good artificial lighting, I just can't really do it. So I have been watching a new documentary on Netflix called Buy Now, The Shopping Conspiracy, which has been shocking and at the same time not surprising at all, but I would definitely recommend it. And I've been working on this, which is it's theoretically the oh so beautiful Advent Pam embroidery kit. But as I've mentioned before, I'm not really doing it as an advent because you're constantly switching colors. So I'm just doing, one color and a couple of motifs at a time. So today I've mostly been doing these red bits and then a lot of greens. I've done this bit and the green bits here and there. And yeah, I have made some progress. I can never tell with embroidery how far I am along, but I think I'm over halfway, which is good. It was really enjoyable. And yeah, I'm just going to get ready to pick up my son, take him to afternoon. Most likely, I don't think I'm going to be filming anymore today because I don't want to film him. I don't want to film where we live because I don't want anyone to turn up at our doorstep one day. Obviously, I'm not going to film at the school. And yeah, I don't think me making dinner and doing bedtime will be particularly interesting. So I might pop in later, but probably not. So if you've enjoyed this, then thank you so much for watching. Do let me know what you're working on, and I shall talk to you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye.